value-adding and insightful experiences were actually the ones where I had to go out of my comfort zone. So for example, it was joining the Ignatian Servant Leaders Council, or having to choreograph and make formations for a dance for the intramurals. And then these types of performances and activities were the ones that actually taught me more than just academics. The school's purpose with its holistic education is more than just trying to own our mental capabilities. It's also about developing our emotional strength, spiritual strength, and also practicing how we deal with social interactions.
The holistic education of Secular School Ateneo de Cebu provides countless extracurricular activities, retreats, a very serious and concrete outreach programs that they provide, which I think other institutions do not really give high regards to. So
when I was in grade school, or even like in my early parts of high school, I was honestly a really shy, genuinely shy person. I hated being on stage. I hated like public speaking. And when I was involved in my extracurriculars like student council, CAT, Magis Harmony, all of those, including the co-curricular activities like the Marketing Expo, made me like, it prepared me, it honed me, it molded me to like, I should get out of my comfort zone.
My teachers were my parents in a way. I would say that because my teachers would see into me, or would probably look into me and then probably call them to their office, would call me to the office and just talk about how my life was, just to ask us questions about life, the bigger questions about life. Who I would be, how I would act, or how I am here, where would my growth lead me to in the future? Those kinds of questions really put an impact on me.
The school helped me balance everything because all of the people in it, they provided a great support system. The school itself pushed me to do my best in everything that I did. My sports, my academics, my coaches, and my teachers and my classmates, they're always there behind me. And I know that they're always supporting me, and it always gives me so much joy and so much pleasure in being that person that they can be proud of.
Senior high, that I was able to eradicate my fear of essays. What I discovered in college is that professors expect a lot of the outputs to be papers. And I learned a lot from my English classes, how to make outlines, how to make annotations, and I learned the value of it.
It was a joint performance task between physics, biology, Catholic social teaching, and what we had to do for this performance task was we had to create a prosthetic or a prosthesis. How are we gonna do this? Where are we gonna print it? How are we gonna be able to come up with a finished product within by the time the deadline arrives? And throughout it all, we had really an experience going towards it, and we really learned a lot because at the end, we were able to create a prosthesis as a replacement hand.
What I was doing mostly is I had to talk a lot in public because the school would ask me to MC or to talk in the mass, so that's what I did. To me, how it helped me out in life is it made me more confident. It helped my English out a lot. I think it's easier for me to talk in front of a crowd now. Another is the amount of group works we had here in high school. Most people from where I am in, they're not that well in tune with working with others. But for sure here in Ateneo, if not maybe around 70% of the work is group work, which is really good.
They helped me develop the necessary 21st century skills that really helped me throughout my college journey. That includes communication, collaboration, critical thinking, those kinds of stuff. I learned it here, especially in senior high.
The exposure they gave to us in different areas, that would allow us to really make the right decision in our career paths. And I feel like Sacred Heart School Ateneo de Cebu not only showed us oh, this career path is this. They didn't define it, but they showed us the need for the career path. And though college is filled with different struggles, difficulties, we'd always go back to those whys, to those meanings.
Definitely my entrepreneurship class. I remember that I had so much work I needed to do. I had a hard time in that particular class, but at the same time, it's in that class that I was able to discover my love for business. I was able to nurture it in that class, And also, I have grown to love social entrepreneurship.
I was expecting that I'd be taking up accountancy in college because that's what my parents wanted and that's what I also wanted at first. However, when we got to the classes, there was this one class in particular called entrepreneurship. It made me realize that that's what I actually wanted, even though it was hard work. It was a lot of things that had to be done. It's what I wanted to do, and so it played a big part and made me realize, yeah, I'm gonna take up entrepreneurship in college.
Probably the most important one is how they build you to have a clear career choice in mind before you even leave high school. Because we always have career days and career talks. We always have that certain week wherein we bring in professionals here in Ateneo to talk about their careers and how you can model yourself to work for that career.
My biggest takeaway from this school would have to be the sense of being a woman for others. It makes me feel so good and empowered.
It's understanding that one is blessed, you're given lots of blessings, and that with these blessings, with these gifts, you're supposed to share it with other people around you. And with that mindset, with that sense of spirituality, that pushes me forward with what I've been doing throughout my college education.
And I truly believe that with the teachers training here, the guidance counselors, the friends I had, the sports facilities and other amenities that were in this institution, I truly believe that they trained me to be a complete and whole person. So in the future, I would become, I would say, a balanced person.
Is definitely the culture of Magis that is promoted in the community, because personally it inspired me to grow in all aspects of my life, not just academics and orgs, but also spiritually, health, family, relationships, so yun. And it also inspired me to grow holistically nga.
Compassion matters. Any institution can definitely excel in teaching all the academic theories and practices, but I think what the world needs more right now is people who have a sense of helping others, which Secular School Ateneo Cebu definitely values, that we create men and women for others.
Now that I'm in BS Accountancy, it's a really tough course and it has helped me go from an ordinary student to a consistent Dean's Lister for the past few semesters. So I really owe a lot to the training here and of course Magis, doing more and being more. But I think a huge aspect of Magis is not only on the doing more and the being more part, but also on who. Like, for who are we doing it for? Well, the formation, the guidance in Ateneo taught me that all of these would be for nothing. Like all my medals, achievements would be for nothing if it's not for God. Always for God. So yeah, that's my biggest takeaway. It's doing more and being more for God's greater glory.